Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight, a 19-year-old is charged, accused of driving drunk and causing a deadly crash. Logan Wells made his first appearance in court this morning. That crash happened Sunday morning near German Church Road and Washington Street on the far east side of Indy. Wells is due back in court next month. 87-year-old Rick King died in that crash. A judge just accepted a plea deal from former Johnson County Coroner Mike Pruitt. Pruitt appeared in court today and pleaded guilty to 7 misdemeanors. The family of a 17-year-old girl accused Pruitt of stalking the teenager and giving her alcohol. Pruitt was sentenced to 2 days in jail, time served, and a year of probation. Investigators just identified a third person killed in a crash at 86th and Meridian. Police say Maxwell Seuss was driving the car hit by an SUV. They say the SUV ran a red light at the intersection. 2 people in the SUV also died. 2 others were hurt. A community against a data center is now stepping up its effort to stop a project in the Irvington area. Eastside Community Action hired an attorney saying the project's approval came despite the clear wishes of the community. The Metropolitan Development Commission signed off on the data center from Atlanta-based DC Blocks last month. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories streaming anytime. Just scan this QR code. The town of Speedway tonight is asking for the public's help as it plans the future for one of its busiest roads. A new study out is looking at possible improvements along 16th Street. And tonight, residents weighed in. Our Logan Gay's in studio with a look at what's being considered. Logan?
Hey Scott, well this project is in the early phases. This is actually the initial study phase. Today was all about hearing opinions, concerns, and answering questions. West 16th Street is one of Speedway's busiest corridors, connecting neighborhoods, schools, parks, churches, and local businesses. Now, town leaders are asking neighbors to help shape its future.
We want to be sure that if this can be reduced down to more of a residential type street, that then it looks like more of a residential type street without having the large lanes where we know people utilize for speeding.
At Thursday's listening session, residents looked over renderings showing ideas to make the corridor between Main Street and Mickley Avenue safer, more attractive, and easier to navigate. For Lilith Reeves, that's exactly what she'd like to see.
I live right on 16th Street. I'd love to be able to not have to avoid 16th Street when I go to ride my bicycle.
Reeves says she's encouraged by the vision for the corridor and believes the changes could make a real difference.
I have looked at the renderings for hours, and I think they're wonderful. I think it will be a waste of space if they put parking on both sides.
She also says it's refreshing to see the town involve residents early in the planning process.
We want to know what's going on. We very much appreciate that Speedway has taken the time to get the input. Not every project does that.
But she says so far Speedway is getting it right. And because of the grant writing process, this project won't actually start until 2031 and 2032. So the next meeting is August 19th at the Speedway Municipal Center.
All right, Logan Gay, thanks so much. And tonight there is an empty seat on the City County Council. Governor Mike Braun just named Josh Bain to the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission. So the IURC oversees our state's largest energy companies. That agency approves or denies rate hikes. Bain is a Republican who represented District 21 on the council. He takes over on the IURC for former regulator Andy Zay. Braun fired Zay over alleged financial violations. The governor previously called on the commission to review a recently approved rate increase for AES Indiana. We don't have any word tonight on a possible replacement for Bain on the council. Councilors are expected to vote to override the mayor's veto of a proposed wheel tax increase here in Indianapolis on Monday. Well, new school year, new principal over at Shortridge High School. Families got a chance to check in tonight. Eric Sinclair got the chance to meet his new students. IPS leaders tell us that Sinclair brings a wealth of experience as principal, and he's no stranger to our city. Sinclair comes to Shortridge from Perry Meridian High School after stints at some other area schools. He told us he's excited for this new opportunity.
This school has a ton of tradition. coming in as the new leader, of course, I'm hoping that our best years are still coming. And so I look forward to running the IB for All program. I think to me it's a private school education for public school money, and that's something we're proud to offer here at IPS.
IPS students have one more weekend of summer and then they head back to the class on Monday. Well, the Marion County Prosecutor's Office tonight is also on the back to school train. We stopped by Family Support Resource Day at Edna Martin Christian Center this afternoon. This event helps Hoosiers prepare for that first day of school. Plus, families get some information about things like childcare, housing, and legal services. So we talked to one mom tonight who told us that having access to events like this one is so important.
It's like one band, one sound. If we can each one teach one, everybody help somebody else, it'll make our community stronger. So yeah, that's basically what it's about. Filling in the gaps. That's what it's about, filling in the gaps. So.
Prosecutor Ryan Mears told us no single organization can meet every need. He told us that's why these kinds of events, bringing many of them together, can make such a difference. Angela?
Scott, we've had a few showers this evening. We'll take you south to Bloomington in Monroe County in the IU campus. Right now, Bloomington clouds and 73. We still have 77 degrees in Indianapolis and 70 in Richmond. 82-70 today. No rain officially at the airport in Indianapolis. And I think this graphic is important, especially as we look ahead at a daily rain chance. We don't want you to cancel any outdoor plans because we had the daily rain chance in the forecast today. And yes, we got some rain, but not everybody got the rain. The heaviest was Lafayette and Northwest, and everybody else, it was relatively light and pretty spotty, and we're expecting a similar setup tomorrow. There are a few showers on radar south and east of Indianapolis. We'll take you south to Monroe County. We've got a little bit of rain pushing to the east side of Lake Monroe, headed into Nashville, a downpour or two. This will move toward Columbus, and if it holds together, Seymour as well. Also have a few spotty showers between Rushville and Shelbyville, east to just north of Connorsville and near the Richmond area. Future Track 13 early tomorrow morning. That will stop this at noon. Very much like today, some sun, some clouds. It'll be warm and muggy, but there will at times be some spotty downpours, and we can't rule out a little bit of lightning with some of these. And then this chance will continue as we head into the upcoming weekend. Not enough to cancel any outdoor plans. Warm, muggy with a daily storm chance. 85 on Saturday. We're at 88 on Sunday. In fact, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the hottest in the 7-day, upper 80s and low 90s. Check back with us for updates on timing and check the radar before the outdoor plans. Also want to remind you about Saturday. We want you to come out and say hi. The 13 weather team will take the Weather Academy on the road. We're going to be at the Family Fun Park, which is near the splash pad, 10 to 2. Giveaways and experiments. Come say hi.